Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to another video here at EV Logic. In today's video, we're going to be doing something slightly different where I'm going to basically be looking at some of the top leasing deals that are available at the moment as of March 2022, specifically related to electric vehicles. And what you can see here, I'm on a website called Lease Loco. Now, I'm not being paid. This isn't a promotion or anything. This is just a useful website that I've found over the years, specifically utilized for leasing vehicles. It's basically a car leasing comparison website where it takes some of the best deals that are available on the market and it puts them all available to you, similar how you would compare, for example, either home insurance or car insurance, pet insurance, stuff like that. So it's a comparison website where you can contrast and compare between different vehicles and different deals. Remember, as we've discussed before, with leasing, it's always the case of shop the deal as opposed to the vehicle because there's always different hot offers available at different times. And what we're going to see today is a combination of some stuff which is in stock, which basically means a vehicle that you can obtain within the next 2 to 4 weeks because it's already available at the dealership, and also some factory orders. These are stuff that might take anywhere between 8 to 14 weeks, depending on the vehicle itself. So, looking at this particular website, basically Lease Loco scores some of the leasing deals out of 100, depending on how good of or a hot deal it is. This is, as you can see here, if we hover over that, it basically lets you know, using their own specific algorithm, they give you a score out of 100 called the Loco score to tell you how good of a deal this is, taking into consideration the value of the car, availability, its history, etc. So we're going to look at some electric cars here, which I've personally picked out that you should consider if you are looking to lease a vehicle anytime soon. The first car that we're looking at which was in the top 5 cheapest electric cars that you can buy today, is the classic Nissan Leaf. So you can see here in a lease with a total upfront cost of £2,200 and a monthly cost of £221, you can lease a Nissan Leaf. Yeah, it's a bit of a play on words there, for a period of 3 years, and this is assuming, I believe, it's 5,000 miles. You can obviously change the miles if you wanted to here on the right. This is a factory order only, so this may take some time to actually be delivered. Typically, it's around 3 months. It could be a bit more. And it's a decent looking car, as we covered in the previous video. So this particular model will get you about 168 miles of range, I believe. And the useful thing with this website as well, you can see all the different car details that's available. So it's 0 to 60 here in 7.9 seconds, which is actually pretty decent. So it's a pretty decent amount of power with 150 brake horsepower there. Its insurance group is 21E, so it's going to be relatively cheap to insure as well. And you get that 168 claimed miles of range. So definitely consider the Nissan Leaf if you are after a lease at the moment. It's pretty good value for money right now. The second car we're going to look at is the Lexus UX 300e. So this is a little bit more premium, and there is a cheaper option available, but I've specifically selected this one here with the Premium Plus pack, only because this includes some nice extras such as heated steering wheel, wireless charger, heated and ventilated front seat, heated rear seats, and a couple other amenities for not much more than the standard Lexus UX. So it's pretty useful here. Obviously, as a premium vehicle, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than the Nissan Leaf. So you can see here it's an upfront cost of £3,400. That is inclusive of a £300 arrangement fee in this particular case, and a £346 a monthly cost. Again, that's with a 5,000 miles a year and a factory order. You can tweak the mileage there if you wanted to, but it was worth noting here, it is a premium car. And as you can see with the Lexus, in terms of the history of the lease and across the last year, it's been quite volatile. It's up and down, but right now it's low in comparison to what it's been. And you can see here's the cheapest it's been on this website in the last 30 days. So something that is worth considering. One other thing that I didn't mention with the Nissan Leaf is that you can scroll down to compare deals here on different websites where this particular car may be available. Lease Loco by default will always give you what it thinks is the best deal or the cheapest overall cost up front. So you can see here, this first option, which is a factory order, the average monthly cost, incorporating the deposit, works out to be about £410 a month. Obviously, with the deposit in this case, it is only 346. You can change the upfront cost if you wanted to do a smaller or a larger deposit, and of course, this is across 4 years. Seeing the car details here, it's going to give you 194 miles of claimed range. Real world driving, it's maybe about 160 miles, so it's not too bad. However, what to caveat is the insurance group here is a 38E, so it's much higher than the Nissan Leaf, but it is a much more premium vehicle when we actually take a look at what the Lexus represents. And looks like you're going to get reliability, you're going to get premium build quality, and a stylish and highly well-built interior as well. The third car that we wanted to look at today was another one that was on our top 5 cheapest electric cars that you can buy at the moment, is the Volkswagen e-up here. So this is the one with a 32 kilowatt hour battery pack. And the reason I'm selecting this as one of my picks is because it is quite, well, relatively speaking, it's quite cheap. So you can see here it's an upfront cost of just over £1,600, but the monthly is well below 200 at 182. So it's a quite, if you are looking to delve into an electric vehicle, this is a nice low entry point. You can see, however, here it is letting you know that delivery is in more than 16 weeks. Makes sense with the current car shortages there is today, and this is obviously a cheaper car. It's probably going to be in high demand. It's cheap and it's an electric and it's a Volkswagen, so it's still a premium brand. Still, if you're willing to wait the 4 or so months, it's pretty useful here. This car will give you a claimed range of 160 miles, so it's not that much less than the Nissan actually. But the insurance group you can see here is 10E, so it's going to be ridiculously cheap to insure. And look, if your driving is in town, you're not going to do that much motorway driving. It's perfect for you, I think. It's got a stylish looking interior, decent enough build quality. It's not the quickest, as we discussed last week, but it's not too bad. 0 to 60 is still just under 12 seconds. So this is something that's worth considering if you are after a budget option. And lastly, the fourth car that I want to cover today, and now obviously this is not going to be something that's for everybody, but if you are after a super premium luxury car, we have here the Audi e-tron Sportback, which will set you back £5,500 for the deposit and £601 per month. So it's not the cheapest, but considering how much this car will be on finance, you're probably paying well under half of what you would if you were to finance this particular car. Again, it's the useful thing with this, however, it is in stock, so likely you can receive this car in 2 to 4 weeks if you're after a car sooner rather than later. Again, it's a 4-year deal, 5,000 miles, and with this particular car, look, you're going to get a claimed range of 255 miles, so it's much more than the other cars just mentioned. Maybe, again, around 240 or 230 odd in real world driving. It is a high insurance group, but I guess if you are considering a premium car in this particular category, you are not too concerned about the cost of insurance, but it is a lovely looking futuristic car, similar looking and sort of ilk to probably the Polestar 2, or at least the top trim of the Polestar. You get that light bar across the back, a stylish, very high-tech and futuristic interior with the leather nappa seats, and then the dual screens here for the infotainment, and then the touch controls for the climate, and obviously, of course, the Audi's virtual cockpit, which we all have been used to now for the last few years. And this car will set you back, if you were to buy it anyway, in cash or to finance it, like approximately £70,000. So when you're talking about £5,500 up front and £600 a month, in comparison, it is relatively cheap compared to buying it on finance. However, as you can see here, for some reason on the 26th of December, there was a ridiculous deal here at $474 a month. It's one of those things where it's obviously the cost of vehicles in general has gone up since the new year, and obviously with everything that's going on right now in inflation and the cost of living going up. So we're not going to get pre-COVID prices regardless of whether you're buying new, used, leasing, finance. But in terms of hot deals right now, and if you're after a premium car that's in stock, take a look at the Audi e-tron Sportback. It's obviously one of the more premium vehicles as well. Thanks for watching YouTube. As always, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave your comments down below. And as always, we'll be back with another video next week. So peace out.